This mother's character is deeply twisted. In the end, she raised her son into a killer when the boy scraped his knee. She'd disinfect the wound like some kind of wild animal. For years she didn't work. She wouldn't let her son go to school either. When she had money, she'd take him out to have fun. The moment it ran out, she'd go back to her parents to ask for more. Her parents had long given up on her, yet she was full of resentment toward them. She believed they'd favored her younger sister back then, and that was why she couldn't support herself now. Every time, she'd show up and make a huge scene at their house, and every time, her father, who adored his grandson, would cave. In the end, he'd just quietly hand over the money to make it stop. The second she got the cash, Akiko would run off to the arcade and blow it all. That's where she met Kawada, who was also unemployed. The two of them hit it off fast. That same night, she brought him back to her rented apartment. She drank and flirted with Kawada right in front of her son. When they got hungry, she'd send Shohei out to buy instant noodles. Shohei prepared the noodles at the convenience store and brought them home. But the moment he walked in the door, some pretty ugly sounds were coming from the bedroom. The next day, Akiko was going out of town with Kawada. She left Shohei in the care of another man, one who'd been chasing after her for years. The man couldn't take Shohei back to his own place. He bought the boy 2 big bags of food, but the gas in the apartment had been shut off. So that night Shohei had no choice but to gnaw on dry instant noodles to fill his stomach. Meanwhile, Akiko was eating, drinking, and living it up on her trip. Once her money ran out, she called and told Shohei to wire her some. Shohei had to walk to the bank alone and transfer every bit of the money his grandfather had given him to his mother. After that, Shohei passed the days playing games in his little room, but because the electricity bill hadn't been paid, that night the power went out too. Akiko's trip lasted a week, and Shohei waited a whole week in that dark room. By the time Akiko had spent all her money and came home, she didn't even ask how he'd been those past few days. To get more money, Akiko and Kawada decided to extort the decent man who'd been pursuing her. They falsely accused him of molesting Shohei, even coaching the boy to make up things that had never happened. The man, a civil servant, didn't want the situation to blow up. In the end, he agreed to pay Kawada 100,000 yen. But when the man went upstairs, it wasn't to get the money, it was to get a knife. Because he was almost obsessively fixated on Akiko, he felt Kawada had stolen the woman he loved. So he and Kawada got into a fight. During the struggle, Kawada wrestled the knife away, and the man was stabbed in the stomach. Akiko thought they'd killed someone. That very day, she hurried off with Kawada on a train.